SGA said, well, look at this tariff.
Tariff my ass.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it,
Hey,
shake it,
guys.
shake it.
Hey.
Back to another episode of
Shaking up the game. Where we.
the 31-year-old.
Oh.
Zuh.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
welcome
21.
back. Everyone was really trying to run with that yesterday.
Oh,
Or the other
saying
day.
I'm 21.
Yeah, but we both were like, every time I was asking them for IDs, like, oh, 21, nice. 21,
Yeah,
nice.
without even
22. I'm like, okay.
I was like, you bouncer can keep your job.
I wasn't self-conscious about being 31, but okay.
Oh, no, now I'm supposed to be younger?
Thank you.
Well, Ari threw me a hell of a birthday weekend, so shout the hell out.
And she thought I wasn't going to do anything.
Never. I would never think that, actually. Ari told me that she will continue to do stuff for me until I manage to find a boyfriend.
So, somebody, please, because I'm going broke.
That's rude. I would do stuff for you regardless.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
However, like your boyfriend could pay for dinner, and boyfriend could, pay for some other things, and then I could just be on the side with a little here. So, oh no, it's okay. We're taking applications though, however. And they will go through me. I will vet them. I will be vetting them.
Crazy work. Love Island continues.
It's more like Hate Island.
No, it's Orgy Island.
Yeah.
I'm dead. I saw Amy Schumer went on Aftersun and she said
Uh-huh.
Contour Island because y'all need to fix your makeup.
I have seen some horrible concealer as well.
You know what's okay? I saw that Vanna, who's been described as looking like Saw on Love Island,
Yeah.
she has gone on to do a few interviews now since.
Uh-huh.
And she was saying, first of all, she said her cheeks and everything are real.
Don't play with me.
She said they're real. Like, she was like, I have my lips done and my tits, but like,
Don't play with me.
I'm still not minding. But
That's like what Kylie Jenner did like years ago.
But then I was dead. Someone recently to Kylie Jenner like commented and was like,
Oh, she's giving away all of her shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, what operation did you get into?
She's
like, da-da-da.
She's telling the exact size and everything. It's
I
amazing.
was like, okay.
Yeah, and then all the comments were like, act cool so she can give us more. Like,
Seriously, everyone's be thankful.
yeah.
No, this girl though on Love Island, which never saw this one coming, but she said that she was having like a crazy allergic reaction in the villa because she's allergic to like feather pillows. She's like, Ari and I were just talking about these pillows. And so she was sleeping on leather or feather pillows every night. And like that, like she was even more swollen than she like normally is. And like her skin looked like horrid because she was like, I was in there like struggling.
What?
Yeah. Do they go through the ringer in the Stanford experiment?
Did she know that, like, she was allergic to feather pillows, or was this a discovery?
I think she knows that about herself, but then like didn't realize that like they were going to be using feather pillows.
That wasn't a question on the questionnaire when you apply to the show.
What kind of things do you need? She was like a non-feather pillow. I will say,
Interesting.
She looked a bit more normal.
Yeah.
Like she was like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, this season sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm sorry. What are we, episode what?
21.
Yeah, like obviously I'm gonna write it out, but this season sucks. I've already started UK's and it's already better per usual, like how it always is. These people hate each other. Why are we still exploring connections? Whatever this is, like, aren't we supposed to be wrapping this shit up soon?
Yeah, the producers have produced too much.
Entirely way too much.
Like, we're doing too much with, like, you ruined Casa, which will then in tune ruin the other stuff.
Why are we having contestants spit milk into each other's mouths for a challenge?
Couple orgies.
Why are we doing, the heart rate challenge as couples, that was a group orgy, like, and I ain't no prude, but, like, this is enough.
No, it was, like, a lot when they would, like, take individual people and just, like, each go in on them.
Yeah, and like, why are we also eating each other's face when we make out? What happened to just normal making out?
You know,
A little French kiss or something. It's like, Like, tongue is out. I'm like, put that shit away.
French kissing.
Jesus.
Anyways, what I want to know is why the hell there's not a basketball hoop at the villa.
That is a good point.
It's like, what the hell did they do all day?
They barely swim. What's the pool for?
That we don't see. And like, apparently, I mean, there's a ping pong table, so it's like they give them like things like that. And I'm like, put a fucking court in there.
Yeah.
Villa's extreme.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me you got, well, now like 3 guys over 6'4" or something like that. 2 of them claim to be professional basketball players.
Yeah.
Ex-professional basketball players. And then you have like Ace, who thinks he's running the villa at 5'3".
His feet don't even touch the goddamn ground.
In there and let them rock his shit.
Yeah, I would. I'm on board for that. Absolutely.
Like, and just watch Ace get posterized on the court.
Yeah. I'm just realizing also they don't have like a TV. Like they can't even watch like the NBA finals or like.
No, Ari, this is why they go mental. They crash out.
No, like I understand that. I know that they're like completely cut off from everything. I get that, but now I'm coming from a point
Yes.
of sports
Yes.
POV, and now I'm just clocking that they didn't even get to see the finals.
No, and they couldn't. They can't vote for MLB All-Star Game.
And if Cal don't make it, I'm blaming them.
No, me too. It's Fiji's fault. And what else can't they do?
Yeah.
They can't celebrate America this year.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. I'd stay my ass in Fiji if I were them.
Oh, me too.
Maybe just a
Ari and I are
different spot.
celebrating this Tuesday, July 1st, which is Canada Day.
Yes.
Day this week that I will be celebrating.
Yeah, it's Canada Day.
It's Canada Day for me.
Yeah,
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna continue to watch Crash Out Island, but
for sure. I mean, I'm sucked in. It's not like I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna watch it anymore.
when I get home tonight and I'm wondering what I'm gonna watch, I'm watching that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I really wanted to like wait and watch the UK till like after this one was done, but I literally just couldn't stand the USA shit, and I was like, I needed to go back to my roots. I was like,
I love Island.
yes.
And I love the memes that come from when you do that, and it's like the girls like working hella hard, and it's like keeping up with 2 Love Island seasons at one time.
That's
It takes
me.
a lot of work.
That's me. I'm like, wait. Whew.
Ugh.
No wonder I'm exhausted.
Yeah. No, I
A lot of chats to catch up on.
need these men to
A lot of
prove in the
banter.
Shout out also to Jeremiah, who is from Auburn.
Yep. Apparently,
On Love Island, that was like pretty popular. Everyone was shocked that he went home. You know,
yeah.
emotionally abused and
Yeah.
by an old girl.
Yeah.
And he's like from Auburn.
Yeah, I just saw this thing where he was like at some Washington State Fair event or something.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, so then he moved to LA, but his family still lives in Seattle,
Sounds like it.
which makes sense. He went to LA to like pursue
Any
his
and all
modeling.
people from Seattle that have had a lick of modeling or acting or whatever it may be, they are up and out of here to LA so fast.
So quick.
Like,
Family is not. There's no way.
no, they're like, that's all you, bud.
You can have that.
I ain't going over there. I'll sit my ass right here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
A lot of trades.
Yeah, we're gonna start with NBA trades, and I want to get them the hell out of the way.
Yeah, I feel like we've been talking so much basketball, but we don't want to completely neglect like important shit that's going on.
No, right. It's a trade frenzy, so it's like super important. But I think that's my bone to pick with the NBA. It's like goes to our like annoyance that the playoffs is like 4 months long.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it ends, then I got to get invested into the draft, which just took place last week.
Yeah.
Now you guys want to pop off on trades. And I'm like, okay, so now you're asking for my attention for like another month. Like I need.
Yeah. All I'm asking is for them to shorten the playoffs, and then I would be a little more inclined to be like, woohoo, the draft, woohoo.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this player's going to this team. Like now I'm just like, and also too, I feel like when this stuff happens right after the season, like same as football, all this happens and you're like mind blown. And then by the time like the season comes around, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot they got traded. Like it's so just like out of your mind. I feel like by the time the next season comes around anyways, it's like we're going to have to debrief this later
I
anyways.
thought the same thing today. I'm like, we're gonna run through these trades today, and then in like 6 months,
Yeah.
like,
Oh my God, I forgot.
I'm fine with it. But like to your point, like we gotta talk about it.
Like we don't, yeah, exactly. We can't just completely neglect it.
How can you neglect the Milwaukee Bucks? What's going on in Milwaukee?
I don't know. Like I need to know what Giannis is doing. I'm getting the vibes that he's staying there.
Yeah, I did also get the vibe though that he's not happy about the recent decision of the Milwaukee Bucks to waive Damian Lillard.
Which
waved goodbye.
yeah.
Just sayonara. Just like good luck with your recovery.
Yeah, see, that's the shitty thing is like, and I feel like this happens more often in baseball, I feel like, than it does NBA or NFL. Like when you do have an injury like that, like that just sucks to just be waived like that. Like, bro, what?
Players today coming out and being like, once again, like no loyalty in the.
Yeah.
Mel Anthony said that.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Popping off. I was like, okay, respect, Portland alums.
Literally. Yeah, like
Trailblazers band together.
so they're stretching his remaining $113 million on his contract in order to acquire free agent center Miles Turner.
Right. Which also raises a lot of flags in that. So Miles Turner agreed to a 4-year, $107 million deal. That includes a player option for year 4. However, Miles Turner was vocal about wanting to stay in Indiana.
Yeah.
He was a pacer.
Yeah.
Longest tenured pacer at 10 years. And just went to the goddamn finals.
Yeah, I feel like after you go to the finals and you lose in a game 7, you know, like you don't want to leave that team.
Well, bro.
Like
He put in 11 years.
yeah, exactly.
Championship doesn't win, and then they're like, bye.
Yeah. Thanks for all your time.
That is fucking.
Yeah, that's
Will the Pacers be that good? Because like Halliburton isn't going to be back.
probably.
Yes,
I mean,
half season, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
at least.
Because I think Dame is still expected to miss half the season, and he got hurt long.
Like beginning of the playoffs. So I mean, yeah, I mean the only person who came back from a miraculous ACL or torn Achilles tear was Kevin Durant, and that was like a damn, like that was quick.
The fact that salamander came from with injury.
I know, like that was quick. That was pretty unusual. Like they were expected to miss almost the whole damn year.
Like a third.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, let's just.
I think we got some tape back.
Yeah, let's just glue it back together.
We have some nail glue.
Salamander ass.
Oh, I'm dead. Well, as of Tuesday morning, so this trade went down, or this wave happened. Was it today? Tuesday
Or Monday.
Anyways, as of Tuesday morning, Lillard welcomed the release. So I think he found out about it, then had to approve it or whatever.
What do you say? No.
No, keep me.
They're like, you can't play.
So he's going to receive all of the $113 million that he was owed.
Sheesh.
And then he'll be able to go to Portland and rehab with his family. All that. They said, see ya. I remember on Get Got Pod with Marshawn Lynch and Mike Robb. He talked a lot about getting that trade to Milwaukee from Portland was really hard because his family was still living in Portland. So
yeah,
they just never moved.
I don't know.
Would you want to live in Milwaukee?
I have no idea also what Milwaukee versus Portland would be considered. I mean, if you have Damian Lillard money, I'm sure Portland is
cool.
Yeah, because I do know that the couple very, very wealthy areas in Portland, which I would absolutely love to live there. It's like not Portland-esque. I mean, it'd be like living in like Medina or like you know.
I've seen Milwaukee on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I made a trip to Milwaukee. Just real weird.
That
and
is
they
random.
The Bucks game, they were on the court.
Interesting. Yeah, so I'm not really entirely sure what Milwaukee's like, but didn't also Damon his wife split up or something?
Yeah.
So that was a thing too as well.
Part of the trouble.
Yeah, so I don't think she probably would have followed him, but
Okay.
I don't know about the kiddos.
Anyways, goes to our point of not really sure what the Bucks have planned. And was that in an effort to keep Giannis? Because it's been really under discussion of where Giannis is going to be next year.
Yeah, and I feel like I didn't think the Kevin Durant trade would have happened or a couple other trades would have happened until Giannis. It was like
Well, that's
confirmed where he was going. I thought that was kind of like what we were waiting on is to see where Giannis would go. But homie's still just geeking out over in Greece, like,
like literally, like, no, everyone needs an answer from them. They're just like overseas, like.
I would kill to be that unbothered.
So unbothered and rich.
Yeah.
Like, unbothered.
Like, God, that must be nice.
Some other notable, speaking of Jokic, the Denver Nuggets traded Michael Porter Jr. and an unprotected 2032 first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson.
Yeah. Cam Johnson's a bench player.
Well, I was going to say, like, what is Cam Johnson compared to Michael Porter Jr.?
Like
an even? Is that like a Sam Darnold to Geno?
Yeah, it kind of seems like a lateral move, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I mean...
Good vibes.
Michael Porter Jr. was pretty inconsistent, but I feel like Cam Johnson's pretty similar in that sense. So maybe was it a cap space move? I don't know.
Probably.
Like salary move.
Shout out to Cam Johnson, ex-Suns.
Yeah. I'm still just confused what the Nuggets are doing.
No, I'm thoroughly confused about what.
I thought, because I mean, they can't trade Jokic. They just can't. I just don't even see him on any other team.
Besides the Suns, probably.
Sure. Sure. Him and Booker would be hilarious. But like, I would have thought that if they were going to trade somebody in Denver, it would be Jamal Murray, which, I mean.
You did think that.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Hours before, Ari Shams Settles was reporting that it was going to be Murray.
Dude, am I giving Brian Winters vibes? Wendy?
There needs to be more attention on the fact that every breaking news about the NBA is like Shams.
And also, I'm sorry.
He's his own like subsidiary.
Oh, yeah. No.
Get this clout.
I don't know because, I mean, Woj, there's no more Woj bombs, which, yeah, but I feel like still it wasn't, like, his weren't like that, I don't think.
No.
And also, I'm just going to come from a media design graphic, kind of POV. The graphics fugly. It looked, yeah. I'm like, I just hate it all.
You know, it's so funny because then you see a breaking that's from Shams, and then I'm like, now I'm thrown off.
Yeah. Like, how much breaking do we need? And it's always like the 2-page post. It's like the breaking news, and then it says in the captions, and then you swipe, and then it's just like follow Shams for breaking news. I'm like, enough with the self-promoting. You're already, you're there.
I need to know what Shams' contract is like.
I do too as well.
Teams calling Shams before they're calling the NBA? Like, I don't understand. I genuinely am like,
I don't understand how you get that position because I would love to be the tea getter.
you'd be fire at that.
And I would be so annoyed. I'd be like, hee.
You'd be like this.
I know who just got traded.
Paul's like calling her, and she's like, sorry, Rich. Can't tell you. Or just like literally the trades get reported to the NBA, and then like the NBA calls Shams. Like, who is he employed by? ESPN or
ESPN? Oh, I think it's ESPN.
He just like has a gun to the NBA's head to be like,
give me all the information. Yeah, I actually don't know. We should look into that because I actually am really curious how. I mean, there's like Adam Schefter, who's like
football.
Yeah, so and Ian Rappaport, he's football. Adam Schefter's kind of like all sports, I feel like. Ian Rappaport, whatever.
Like the way
football.
Shefty was like reporting on the crazy NFL trade.
Yeah.
The same way
that Shams. I know. Yeah.
The NBA news isn't coming from anyone else.
No. Yeah, I don't really know how that like.
Let's look into that.
Yeah, I do want to look into that.
Other notable trades: Chicago Bulls are trading Lonzo Ball to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Isaac Okoro. Lonzo Ball finally gets to play for a competitive team, so
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
see what happens there.
Yeah. I
I always
guess.
thought he had potential.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why he's like on stage with his brother at like some concert.
The whole Ball family can just miss me with that. But yeah.
LaMelo's my favorite.
I mean,
I remember
shit.
from those videos where he had like braces on and stuff.
Yeah,
Young.
I know. I just feel like they just haven't grown up yet. Like, why do I still very well remember, like, when they were entering the league and the whole Ball family?
I remember the same with like LaMelo.
Yeah.
It being like such a prediction if he played overseas or went to college.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Like, why does that feel like yesterday?
I'm like, oh, and now he's like yatted and like taking over the league and dating Instagram models. I can't keep up. They all love them, some of those. D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
$13 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks.
Bro, okay. We got to talk about the Dallas Mavs for a second.
Talk about the Dallas Mavericks. While Ari pulls up their current roster, because I'm pretty sure you know the names of everyone on the
Yeah.
insane. Let's also note that the Dallas Mavericks had the first overall draft pick this year in the draft and drafted Duke superstar Cooper Flag.
Yeah. So we lost Luca, as everyone and their mother knows. Dallas loses Luca. Oh no, I don't give a shit.
America's team.
I don't give a shit about Dallas.
No.
But I am rooting for Klay Thompson. Go Cougs. This is the new look Mavs. Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively. Bench. D'Angelo Russell, Spencer Dinwiddie, PJ Washington, Najee Marshall, Daniel Gafford. Those are all notable names in the league.
No, every player
And the bench.
Players
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah, they are actually looking.
Amazing understanding.
Oh, they are looking scary.
Oh, now I'm upset. The only person I'm happy for in this whole situation is Klay Thompson.
Totally. And Kyrie, a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mind Pocahontas. Pocahontas.
Pocahontas nines.
Fucking miss those.
Can't wait to see what he whips out this year.
Dude, he must do something elite. What I do think is funny is like Anthony Davis, is he gonna get like the last laugh of that trade?
Probably.
Like him being like super upset and like, you know, like caught off guard to be traded for Luca.
Yeah.
And like, you know, because him and LeBron, like Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now is he gonna be like,
Oh, wait a minute.
like they're gonna be back?
I'm sorry, Dallas. I wasn't familiar with your ways.
Okay.
Like,
I
okay.
didn't know you and Adam Silver were like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, like,
No,
It's-
if you think Jerry Jones has who's dick pics? Restaurants or
no, Micah Parsons.
then Adam Silver for sure has Nico Harrison's dick pic.
Yes. There is some.
Nico Harrison has
Yeah.
Adam Silver's dick pic.
Yeah. There's just something going on because, like we've said, how do you do that blockbuster trade and you're having to hire presidential level security because you're about to get chopped,
No,
and then you end up with the number 1 draft pick, Cooper Flag, when you had like what, under 1% chance of getting the first pick, and now this is your team.
no, stacked.
What the hell is going on?
So the like lack of bad karma coming back around for you doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's why to me, and I don't know if it was Nico Harrison. I feel like Nico Harrison's just the one taking all the bullets.
No, remember we looked into that and it was like his idea. Like he went to ownership and was like, we need to get rid of Luca.
God, he's just so insane.
I think he's just got some other deals going on. Like he's at dinner with the right people and
Yeah.
the right combos, and he's in whatever room he needs to be in.
Yeah.
Did it.
And then Nico Harrison brought up the idea, and then he said that, and Adam Silver was like, ding ding ding, ratings.
Yes.
I'll give you a Cooper Flag if you trade him.
Yeah, no, that's wild. The Dallas Mavericks might be as popular as the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders
Facts.
next season.
And the Dallas Wings.
And the Dallas Wings.
Yeah.
Is the Dallas Wings the WNBA team that just had the couple and then they like traded one of the couples?
Oh, I think so.
It's like so funny because why? So these two players that play for the same team were dating, and then like one of them got traded. Which sorry, that's like normal. There was like a lot of posts and like they had no idea. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think they're making business decisions based on you guys dating.
No, isn't that like damn near illegal?
Yeah, I'm
Like against HR.
players on the team and like
Yeah. Yeah, to the team, you aren't a couple. You guys are not an entity together.
seriously.
To the team, you are two individuals worth money
Right.
and picks.
No, and like better perform.
Yeah, like that's
Sport.
no. That's crazy though. That the city of Dallas got Paige Buckers,
Yes.
number 1 WNBA
Yes.
draft pick,
Crazy, right?
and then they get the number 1
Yes.
draft pick for
I
the
think Jerry
NBA.
Jones is involved in this somehow.
Probably.
Soon.
Do him and Nico Harrison hang out?
Probably. Oh, God, that would be like my like death row.
Yeah. Like, what's something that you would rather just die instead of doing? It would be that. I would rather die than sit at a table with Jerry Jones and Nico Harrison. Although it would be,
No, actually,
I would be more interested to hear Nico Harrison. But Jerry Jones, I would.
I'm not gonna lie. Picturing you at dinner with the two of them actually enjoy it because I just feel like you would be like so like annoyingly to them. You know what I mean? Like you would just like get under their skin and it would be fucking hilarious. Everyone,
I would.
you would be like, you know, like maybe intimidated and quiet. She would be like, so.
So, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah,
Show me the pics that you guys have.
dude.
Show me.
No way.
Show me the nudies.
Where's the ammo?
Show me now.
Tinder profiles right now.
And Jerry Jones, give me your helicopter and move that helipad to my house immediately. You don't need to be out and about in that thing. I do.
Okay, speaking of Adam Silver, the NBA, genuinely confused of where the hell all this money comes from for the NBA.
Yeah.
These players' contracts are just diabolical.
Yeah.
SGA for the recent champions, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Wait, can we just take a moment? Because as we were bopping around Seattle on Haley's birthday this week, what are the odds? We are literally at Pike Place and we sit down to eat our Dungeness crab and lobster rolls, might I add.
Yeah, because we like that.
And there was not many seats, so we picked a picnic table with another couple at the other end, and they ended up being really nice, chatting it up with them, and then they asked, we kind of figured out that they were tourists, and so then we were like, oh, where are you guys from? And they were like, Oklahoma. And we were like, oh, hell, you guys sat with the wrong fucking people.
So did we tell you?
Yeah, and the poor woman had no idea, like, the, I don't know, I guess the lore, I guess you could say, which is crazy.
No, what's so crazy is, yeah, bless both their hearts. The guy,
They were so sweet.
he was like, Oklahoma. He's like, I didn't really want to tell you that. I, like, told my wife not to wear it.
Yeah, she was going to wear a Thunder shirt.
But, like, bless the woman of being like, no, I had no idea, like, the backstory. And I'm like, did you think your guys' team just popped out of nowhere?
Yeah, it just went bing.
Existed.
There was a thunderstorm. And then it was like,
Out comes
boom.
Thunder.
And then it was just SGA like, yeah.
No, bless him. Anyways, shout out to the Thunder. SGA just agreed to a 4-year, $285 million super max extension, which will keep him with the Thunder through 2031.
Jesus.
Setting a new record as the highest annual salary in the NBA's history.
He will make nearly $1 million per game in that year.
Canadians are always on top.
Like, holy shit.
Is that
$1 million per game.
$1 million per game? Is
I cannot wrap my head around this.
So SGA's $71.25 million a year is more than the entire Miami Marlins payroll this season at $67 million.
Oh my God.
Marlins baseball team, mind you, about like 5 times as many players as an NBA.
Yeah.
Doesn't even add up to what one NBA player makes. Other notable star players like Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, unfortunately, are all kind of like the next highest paid right now at about $62 million a year. So SGA is like $9 million more than them. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't even know. What does one do with that?
yeah.
Is it stealing money from America? Like, what is that like?
That's a good point.
How's Trump allowing that?
Yeah, like, wait, how does that work?
They're hard to trade with. They're a hard country to trade with.
Yeah, it seems like SGA figured it out pretty easily.
SGA said, well, look at this tariff.
Tariff my ass. I'm gonna bring a fucking chip to the most random city, Oklahoma City, in the United States of America, and then I'm gonna become the highest paid NBA player in America. And guess what I'm gonna do? Parade around that damn city with a Canadian flag around my waist. I'm a savage.
Are they invited to the White House, and is he going? I need that answer right now. And if he goes,
does he bring the flag?
Does he bring a flag or like a little pin
or something? Oh, a pin probably.
There's no way. Like, he's not going to the White House, right?
Well, if he knew what's good for him.
That would be so weird, though.
Yeah, it would be wild.
That would really grind that guy.
I know. I want him to wear a red and white suit. Fuck it.
No, fuck it. We ball.
And a big old maple leaf on the black.
Yeah.
On the back.
Yeah, like a jersey.
Yes.
And then maple leaves on the shoe.
Yes. I want embroidered maple leaves everywhere. Fuck it. I want the whole team to do it.
Dude, I want the whole team to go Canadian flag. And bring him a bottle of syrup. And just say, what's good?
That would be so hilarious.
285 million, America. Respect it.
Speaking of a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Our beloved Devin Booker
Yes.
of the Phoenix Suns are nearing in on a 2-year, $150 million contract extension. A lot of people want to say that's a lot of money for a book. And you know what I say to that? Kiss my arse. Because, I'm sorry, but the Phoenix Suns without Devin Booker is just...
The Suns.
Yeah, it's just...
It's not even Phoenix.
No, it's just some other random NBA team that no one's going to pay attention
Not
to.
one person to give a shit about.
And as of right now, it's just us that do.
Simply us. We lost.
And if they don't have us, they ain't got nobody. So, exactly. So, we need D-Book to stay there.
Actually, 150 for 2 years is pretty diabolical.
Yeah, it's like, what, 60...
We're not great at that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something around there. I don't really...
But it's a lot of fucking money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe it's like 70. 70.
Suns
one.
Hired a new coach. Don't even know his name. That's how big of fans we are. But hot topic... He's just like some average Joe. I'll get to know it though if he wins a few games. But justice for Monty Williams. Oh,
God, I know. I'm still so pissed off about
hey, what do you want from me?
I'm still pissed off about the Twins leaving Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. I'm still pissed about losing Monty Williams. I'm still just pissed off, right? Why did we just implode that entire team? Oh, for Kevin Durant?
Suns jersey this summer, probably.
Yeah, most likely. Their shit's fire.
I want the retro jersey.
Yeah.
Speaking of, though, Suns got a new coach, few coach openings. One of the most notable opening right now being the New York Knicks head coaching job, because obviously making it to the Eastern Conference Finals wasn't good enough for them either. So we fire you if you don't win a finals.
Yeah, okay. It's pretty insane.
Really cool consideration this week.
Yes, Dawn Staley, the iconic head coach of the South Carolina women's college team. And she is she is the best coach. Probably in women's sports.
Ever. Do you think she is higher than Ariama or Gino, Ari? Anyways,
yeah.
His last name, because I'm not Italian, I guess. I don't know. Is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm just such a Dawn Staley fan. But yeah, UConn's coach is
I
pretty
think like UConn has more championships like in time.
recent years.
Yeah, and he was like USA coach.
Yeah.
But like South Carolina's been like the team in the last like 5 years.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Dawn Staley.
But she's a vibe.
Yeah. So she was considered the head coaching position in New York for the NBA, which would make her the first woman's head coach in the league. It would be an insane thing if that happened. However, she's not considered a finalist anymore. But pretty cool that she was even considered and interviewed.
So sick.
Yeah.
Offensive to like what's her name? Becky Hammond? The Spurs, like
who's like an actual WNBA.
No,
Becky
like the Spurs, an assistant coach for the Spurs.
No, she is. Yeah.
Offensive if like Dawn Staley came in and was like an NBA
and not even without even being like yeah. I bet Becky Hammond would probably be like, yeah. I bet they would be a little.
No, but like we love women in STEM, so.
We sure do. Mike Brown is considered the front runner for the Knicks head coach, which he was with the Kings. And he was fired. Remember, like halfway through the season, he was one of those weird situations where, fired midway through the season. He did pretty good. Pretty sure he brought him to the playoffs back to back or something like that.
Understand me. You're gonna hire that instead of keeping the guy that just brought you to the Eastern Conference.
Exactly. I don't get it.
That's the same firing of Monty Williams for the Sun. We make it all the way to the finals, win, and then you hire these coaches which are just more question marks, and then we never make it that far.
Exactly. And the thing about the Monty Williams thing too is like he had some questionable timing issues that happened in the playoffs and the finals, and maybe rotating our bench differently. Yes, exactly. That to me seems like things that
we could discuss.
Yes, that we can discuss and work out and figure out and like learn and then fix it for the next season rather than starting all the way over from ground zero. Yeah, I just don't get it. I'm like, you obviously are able to control the locker room. Right. You're able to coach the team to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, for fuck's sake. And then it's like, okay, yeah, there were some things that needed to be better. And it's like, okay, why don't we make a note of that? And then now going forward the next year. I literally don't get it. Why are we just...
This is exactly why more women need to be in charge.
Yeah. Honestly,
it's actually
the lack of reasoning.
Is so on brand for all these men being in charge of this league.
It's so just like one little thing goes wrong. Oh, fuck it. I'm done.
Dude, my girl's so crazy. She got mad at me last night.
Yeah, and I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm breaking up with her.
Dealing with your annoying ass for like years. You know.
And we've been working on things, getting better. And you're still just...
So every NBA team should consider women more. And let me tell you, at least it would just turn the shit around.
President of operations. Put him in the like, please, we don't need to be head coach, but at least...
So, like, I want them making the decisions.
Making the decisions. We are president of operations immediately. That seems like a no-brainer.
Okay, so...
God.
No one ever thought about that. God, I wonder why. Where it's pretty like on brand for America. Let's talk about a few questionable NBA players that, to our point, just have no idea what the hell is going on in their own life.
No.
Big story the last few weeks that Malik Beasley, NBA player, is currently being investigated by the U.S. District Attorney's Office.
Off to a great start.
No. It's off-season's treating him well. For allegations of gambling related to NBA games and prop bets.
Another one bites dust.
Let me bet, and my name is Malik Beasley. and seeing if it comes back around. The allegations are, though, from the 2023-2024 season
Mm-hmm.
for the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like playing into the whole thing. Which it's also now being reported after days of this has been leaked that he was having financial issues.
Oh, yeah.
Which isn't going to help this case
Nope.
because it's now seeming a little bit more probable.
Yep.
And he was struggling to pay back a $650,000 advance, according to another lawsuit that was filed by his marketing agency. So there's like all these like small lawsuits about like from the agency he was working with to like the agent he was working with, like some weird shit going on. And then came the time like the allegations were popped up. So it was really
He's like, I know where to get some extra doll hairs.
yeah, let me break this free throw really quick.
I saw some freaking clips of like Malik Beasley playing, obviously, and it was like, yeah, Brody not beating these allegations. And he literally was like trying to defend a player, and I was like,
No.
and I was like, oh no.
It's looking to be true.
It's not looking great.
Oh, fuck. Okay, and what's even
There were a couple of them.
he's currently in contract discussions with the Detroit Pistons to return with a $42 million contract for 3 years. Like, was happening, and then quickly was like,
Beep, 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 beep.
Detroit was like, no.
Wait a minute! You got some dirt on your hands, my boy.
Yeah, Detroit was like, we don't need any of this shit.
No. We actually just had a great year for the first time in how many years? We don't need this business. No. No. We're on the up and up.
We don't need the U.S. District Attorney sniffing around our joint.
No. Keep that shit in Washington. Get out. Get out. We're not the Wizards.
Man, people are stupid.
So
Okay, so he's most likely
stupid.
because he's a man, so that makes sense. Okay, and then let's move on to this. This one really grinds Ari and I's gears.
I don't know how to feel about this one.
No, this pisses me off. Newly acquired NBA player Dylan Brooks for the Phoenix Suns has some personal life drama going on, and I don't want that in Phoenix.
Facts.
I don't need it.
We don't need baby mama
We
drama.
don't do baby mama.
We only do Kendall Jenners
Yes.
up in here. We do
Yes.
quiet, silent to themselves. Yeah, so let's get into this.
Yeah. Dylan Brooks, also known as like one of the most hated NBA players to exist.
Yes, which I wouldn't be shocked if players have a restraining order against him. However, he has filed a restraining order against his baby mama after she threatened to cut off his fingers to prevent him from playing basketball.
Love a scoring woman.
I'm so sorry. I'm not laughing at DV and all of that.
Oh no, this is
No.
This is
No, but like threatening to cut your fingers off so you can't play basketball. A girl is not messing around. Like, threatened his mother also, vandalized his home, hacked his social media, and sent him abusive texts.
Yeah. Okay, so I was reading more into this. They met in 2018. They have 2 daughters together.
Mm-hmm.
One's like 5, one's like 2, something like that. According to all these like reports, they've been in conflict.
Oh God.
That's in the documents.
Is that like on Facebook where you remember how you could update your status, your relationship status, and it was like complicated, in conflict.
Yeah, apparently they've been in conflict. I'm like, everyone's been in conflict with Dylan Brooks for his whole life.
No,
Like, you know what I
literally.
mean? I'm like, this girl-
Dylan in conflict Brooks.
Like, anyways, apparently they've been in that status
Okay.
since she was pregnant with their first daughter.
Okay.
So where I'm
So like 7 years we've just been in conflict.
like 5 years, I think, because she's 5. I think the second one's 2. But
Oh.
wait a minute. If she's so terrible and y'all are in conflict, what? We're still having more. We're having more kids.
Facts. If that was going on since the first child, why is there a second child?
And I'm just gonna say what I say. Did you make her crazy?
Most likely.
Because let me tell you, living with Dylan Brooks has got to be a nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure he's a peach. I'm sure he is just an absolute gem in the mornings.
I'm sorry, and I think that's why this is probably very serious of a situation, and
Totally.
do not
No.
guys cutting off your man.
No, we're not laughing at that situation. It's just the irony of who it is.
Yes.
And how he has literally proudly claimed himself as the villain of the league, and he loves that title. He strives to keep that title.
Well, right.
And then it's like, wait, have you also been villainizing your
This would be like
baby mama, and now she's finally getting her last lick on your ass, or what? Like, what's the situation?
his ass, but yes.
That might help though.
Dude,
That might get us out of the in conflict.
and I'm sure she would stop cutting his fingers.
We would no longer be in conflict.
No, it would be like, I would take this more seriously if it's like Mikal Bridges.
Oh my god, yeah.
Some girl was coming for him.
Oh yeah.
Sweet baby angel.
No. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks, you're trying to tell me your girl's crazy?
Yeah, I have a hard time believing that he had no part in that. You built that up brick by brick, I bet.
You built this scorn woman.
Yes, brick by motherfucking brick.
Anxiety by anxiety, baby.
So,
They're currently going for this second restraining order because the one he has from 2024 is apparently about to run out. So it's like she has to stay 100 feet away from him. Like she can't come in the house. Apparently there's like pictures. She like spray painted his fireplace and shit. And like, but I mean, it probably says like what? Like villain? I don't know. Doesn't he like that title? I don't know.
puts a crown over it. Villain era.
Menace. And then they're in a custody battle. But I'm like, if she's
Fun.
been crazy though for like 5 years, wouldn't you have already won the custody battle? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, hasn't there been a baby inside of you for this entire time?
No, I don't know how that works. Wishing them the best though. But please figure that out before you start playing for the Phoenix Suns. 'Cause I don't need this.
Or you can get traded again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or the Suns ownership is like, hey.
I don't know. I have a feeling that he might not be in Phoenix by the start of the season. Or I'm manifesting. I don't know which one it is.
No, call Devin Booker, because if Devin Booker has anything,
Yeah. I'll get right on that. I have his number. Absolutely.
because he for sure would say, yeah, he's gonna get. You know, Devin Booker's calling ownership right now, being like, this does not align with my morals.
I'm not sharing a locker room with him.
No, imagine them taking a shower together.
That's probably why they're paying him all that extra money. Is they're like also a little Dylan Brooks compensation. He's like, give me more.
Not exist to deal with that.
I need more compensation.
Speaking of women's basketball, WNBA has announced they will be expanding to 18 teams by 2030.
Oh, but I thought nobody watches women's
No
basketball.
one does. They're going to be adding franchises in Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia. I do find it interesting,
Cleveland?
though, that I read those three places have all had WNBA teams before.
Oh, where did they go?
I don't think people were watching women's basketball, so they poofed.
Okay.
Also, fun fact for your girl Dawn Staley, she used to play for the Philadelphian. She played for the old Philadelphia team.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
There's a weird tie there. Would she go to coach that team?
She should.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyways,
How many WNBA teams are there right now?
well, I think
14 or something?
Yeah, because there will be 18 by 2030 with those three additions. But that also includes the teams in Portland and Toronto, which will begin next year. That was announced last year.
Oh.
So, and then
Golden State just had their first year. Yeah. Or this is their first year. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all I know though is hearing that some teams are getting teams back is that it's possible Seattle
For what?
for like
The NBA? Oh.
it's like three teams just come back to the same cities that used to have teams.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Adam Silver. It's possible. Okay, let's get into a little NFL because I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm so ready for football season. I keep hearing like little memes and shit on social media about, just the sounds of football. And I'm like, come on.
It's like 10 Sundays.
Yes. And I kid you not, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I saw a thing where it was like, who's ready for football? And I was like, nah, not ready. And I kid you, like, something about this week, I was like, I'm ready.
No, I'm ready.
I'm over basketball.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like,
That's to our point. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm loving, like, the weather. I'm loving Mariners game.
yes. Yeah, baseball's just like there.
Oh, and, like, it can stay there.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going to quickly approach our double days.
And we're going to,
Favorite days.
yes, and we're going to have baseball through October.
All the way till the last game and, like, holding up the pennant.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan? Anyways, some teams were acting up this week. Specifically, 2 teams. Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that was like not my bingo card at all.
No, what's really going on there?
I don't think they know. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Steelers, obviously we've mentioned multiple times how many question marks we have around that damn team. They traded for cornerback Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
And tight end Jonnu Smith to the Steelers. However, they also traded to the Dolphins safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, who has been a longtime Steelers. I believe, though, that he was with the Dolphins a long time ago. So I think the Dolphins really just released him, loaned him for 6 years maybe. But he's been in Pittsburgh for a while. I think Pittsburgh fans were excited to get Jalen Ramsey, and then we're like, oh, but at what cost?
Well, and the question mark with Jalen Ramsey is his career's kind of been going on a
decline. Yes.
What is he really worth?
We also need to make note that Jalen Ramsey, who was with the Rams for a notable amount of time,
and where they thought he was going to go back to,
and DK Metcalf was with the Seattle Seahawks for a notable time, who play multiple divisional games a year, who Jalen Ramsey claims he is a DK lockdown and yada, 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 and DK's claiming that he, all this little drama between those two. Well, now they're sharing a locker room, which, once again, here we have some more drama going on in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's fun. So we were sad we were going to lose the George Pickens.
Yeah.
But now we have DK doing it.
Which, they are on opposite sides of the ball, but still, you're still wearing the same uniform. You're still reporting to the same facility.
Live footage of the first meetup. Practice. You know what I'm not really down with is some bullshit interview about how, no, they've always had respect for each other.
Oh,
they don't. They do
yeah.
not.
Yeah, that shit is gonna be so corny and gonna piss me off.
Me can do.
No, stand on business. Y'all hated each other. Stay hating each other, please.
So the Steelers are picking up nearly the rest of Ramsey's essential tab. The bulk of his $26.6 million that they owe him. So that's the question mark is Ramsey wanted out of Miami. However, the Miami was sitting there going, I don't think we're going to find anyone that's going to pick up the rest of this guy's contract. It's too much for where you're at
lately. Yeah.
And the Steelers said,
sure.
We like to make decisions without thinking. So here we go. I'm available.
Do we think Aaron Rodgers made that decision?
I mean, we're going to can pay DK Metcalf for what reason?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
You're going to sign Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal and not sign a quarterback.
And also, the Fitzpatrick part of this deal, it just seems like a lateral move. This just seems weird.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally just, swapping players just like this.
Well, why?
I don't know.
I knew Ramsey wanted out. He wasn't going to return.
Yeah. I mean, that must have just had to have been, the only reason, because...
And once again, I think the Steelers are just the only ones that raised their hand and said, we'll participate.
They should have put that hand up for a goddamn quarterback.
No.
Hello?
I don't get it.
And who are their receivers other than DK?
I'm not basing my season on Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf.
You couldn't pay me.
And on defense, Jalen Ramsey.
Have they even paid TJ Watt? I don't think that they've paid TJ Watt.
Is he healthy?
I don't know, but that's also a concern, I think, for that team.
So I actually think that
Cam Hayward, I mean, their team's old, low-key.
no Loki.
There's like 5 notable players on that team that are like 35 years old.
They're going
And up.
for like the we're good because we have like players' names that like you know.
That you've known for the last 10 years because they've been in the league for 10 years.
Like that doesn't necessarily mean they're at their prime, but
No.
but that's so Steelers to me.
Oh, yeah. I remember it's a storied franchise.
Okay, Aaron, shove it to your fake wife.
Shove it.
to your wife that doesn't exist.
Yeah, he's like, I have no marital problems. Like, we get along great.
Because she doesn't.
Because she
exist.
doesn't exist.
She's a blow up doll.
Ew, probably.
Dude, he so gives blow up doll vibes.
Stop. We have to move on before I throw up.
Well, anyways, that draft or that trade grade, I believe the Miami Dolphins had a higher grade for that
Yeah. I think the Miami won that for sure.
based on like what they're paying, what they're getting, what they're giving up.
Yeah. I think it was all just a salary cap move.
Miami also just acquired another
Yeah.
interesting pickup.
So, those who don't know, Darren Waller, also known as Kelsey Plum's ex-husband,
But like, were they married for like 5 minutes?
pretty much. He was a longtime Raiders tight end, and Kelsey Plum was playing for the Aces. They got married. It was this cute Las Vegas love story, I guess. And then he got traded to the New York Giants. They split up. Played a year or two. Was it even 2 years? I can't remember. And then he walked away from football.
We retired.
Yep, retired
We like to use that word. Word.
prematurely.
Yeah.
And then started a rap career. Clearly, that's not working out well because he is now unretired and will be playing down in South Beach as a Dolphins.
Wow.
Tight end.
The CD.
Yeah. Yes. He's really just trying to get his mixtapes out there.
Like that's so fitting for an aspired rapper. Miami.
Yeah. So,
He looks like Aaron Hernandez to me.
oh, he totally does. I mean, he's hot. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah, no, he's hot.
but he scares me. He's totally. He's dealt with a lot of mental health
Okay.
issues, and no, but he's like, I'm down for him like talking about that on a social media. Like, I think he'd stick with that. The rap, no. And I don't know how. I mean, I don't know. He's been playing for years, so I don't know. Like, he's not at his prime anymore.
No.
I think we should go the mental health route.
32, been out of the game for a year.
Yep.
The last time he recorded at least 700 receiving yards was in 2020 with the Raiders.
5 years ago.
Questionable. It doesn't really do much for the Dolphins, so it is like whatever. I think they gave like a pick, a 2027 7th round pick to the Giants.
It's kind of giving like when they signed Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh no, 2026. Yeah. No, I know. Miami does this weird South Beach shit where they love these like.
I think they're just there for the vibes. Like,
And the players go there for the vibes as well. Like Tyreek.
yes.
Dolphins if they weren't located.
I would go for their uniforms 100%.
I think you should get one of those.
I honestly would. Okay, not one of that.
Yeah. And then put your.
But I don't even know what jersey I would get.
Are they gonna like play his music? That's it.
I just looked at his Instagram today just to see what's been going on. Yeah.
It's not.
Like I said, I'm down for the advocating for mental health, and he does like some foundation I think that has to do with substance abuse because I believe he had issues with substance abuse and stuff. And so I'm all for that route. The music, however, it's just not really for me.
No, I don't understand.
And I'm just gonna say it ain't really for you either.
It's not for him either.
And it ain't for him.
I want to know how many of his teammates listen to it.
I saw one comment which cracked me up.
Put them on a lie detector test and ask his teammates if they like it.
Literally, I saw a comment and this person was like, Pen to paper so much better, execution, or let's work on execution or something like that, and then like clapping and a fire emoji. And I was like, ugh. I would put that pen down and call that a wrap.
The time is up.
Yeah.
The time is up.
There's-
Play football now. So
Yeah. Exactly.
no,
Yeah.
extra hobby.
Yeah, so he'll be down there in South Beach.
Yeah, and I think the over
Usage of the word retire.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I'm just wondering here, why is it only NFL players that like to retire and then unretire?
No, because imagine your dad at like 65 is like, oh, I've been working, I don't know, for a school district forever. And he's like, I'm going to retire. And then a year later, no, I'm not. I'm going to come back to the school. And the school's like, no, job's closed, Brody. We've already filled your position.
window is over.
Yeah, now you have to go reapply somewhere.
For 20 years or than you when they lit.
They actually show up to the bus stop on time.
He's like with his cane.
And they don't play classical music.
Dude, the kids love him. No, but why is we're not seeing like MLB players like retire, then
True.
not like
True.
VA players retire and come like not a single one, but I know like 3 NFL players that have
Yeah. Tom Brady,
Gronk, Marshawn,
Darren Waller now.
Aaron Waller.
Like,
Good company.
yeah. It's true. Yeah, I don't know. And like maybe it is because it's such like a I don't know, I just feel like all these players will like retire prematurely because they're just like beat up, don't like where they're at, they're just over it.
32?
But then that's what I'm saying. But then it's like then you sit out for a year and you're like, I still got a lot of gas left in the tank. Like, let's give it another rip.
I just needed a few months off.
Yeah, and it's a sport where it's like you can just kind of pick up players like that.
He's 32 right now, so he took a year off. Did he retire at like 30?
Yeah. And he didn't
Come back.
yeah, yeah, when I retire, shit's over. We ain't fucking running it back.
Do a goddamn
Guarantee you I don't miss working, so no.
Unless this podcast takes off, then
True.
we will never retire.
True.
In a year.
85 years old.
Dentures, man.
85 years old. So, Bronny James Jr. is the best player in the NBA now. Do you remember his dad?
I don't think. What's so funny is you use that example. Like, Bronny James Jr. isn't already in the league, and we're talking about us being like 80. That's 50 years. He ain't gonna be in the league for 50
Have you, his dad did?
No, that would be like Bronny James the third.
It would be like,
Don't age us, Ari. That's like another 50 years. That's not possible.
Yeah, I guess the math doesn't really work like that.
Age us. She's like, next year.
Okay.
Wrap this episode up with the talk of the motherfucking town. And he goes by Big Dumper.
I had to cop the shirt at the game.
We've heard, the shirt is elite. We went to the game Monday night where everything was themed.
Big Dumper themed, yeah.
Everyone's walkout songs were about shaking their ass.
It was so great.
Amazing. I love the leaning into it.
Also, the big dump truck that was at Victory Hall.
That said, we got junk in our trunk, and it was literally a semi truck.
It had Big Dumper license plate. Like,
Confirmed. I mean, Cal Raleigh's now like taking over the internet because he's
yeah.
leading home run hitter.
Yeah.
He's been on Pat McAfee, everything, Barstool. He has confirmed that you can call him Big Dumper.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind. So
Yeah.
Big Dumper it is.
Yeah, Pat McAfee literally had said that like all of them in their studio have been saying Big Thumper because they weren't sure how he felt about being called Big Dumper, and like heard obviously what we've talked about, his mom being like, yeah, I don't love it, but if he's happy, like whatever, is playing great baseball, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, Cal Raleigh confirmed on the Pat McAfee show that he's like, the city of Seattle loves it, and it is what it is now. Like
Big Dumper jersey.
yeah, more than Cal Raleigh jerseys.
We've been joking about this. Shout out to Jared Kellenick.
Wherever he may be.
Wherever you are, where you're not going to be, I know you're not going to be the number one prospect that they thought you were going to be.
Nope.
Poor guy. Anyways, he did come up with the name Big Dumper, and then just Seattle traded him. He's now probably wanting royalties for the merch
Probably.
and everything that has come from it. But sorry, you're not an employee of us anymore.
Sorry, you kicked an ice chest when you were mad.
Yeah, like broke your toe.
And broke your toe.
What a loser. I've done it.
Oh, shit.
I've never done that, but like, if you've been like at home alone, like mad, having like done some weird shit where afterwards you're like, why did I do that?
What'd you do?
I don't know, like threw something or something.
Oh, I mean, as a kid, yeah.
Oh. I did this like a month ago.
Like, Jax, your dog's just sitting there watching you just crash out and you're like throwing food across
Let me tell you,
your kitchen.
I wouldn't do it in an MLB dugout. Essentially, you're at your job. I wouldn't do it at.
I also wouldn't do it where there's TVs all around
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and news pressers and media.
and then you have to play the next day and you can't because you broke your toe.
How do you explain that one for me?
Shout out to Jared Kelenic. Big Dumper made history tying Ken Griffey Jr. and Sammy Sosa again.
Yeah.
Specifically, tied Ken Griffey Jr. at 33 home runs
Before July.
for July.
You know what's it just really grinds my gears is the last like week, I'd say. There are about like 3 or 4 almost home runs.
Would have passed it.
Yes.
But he did hit the 33rd one on the last day of June,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool.
Pretty storybook. Which is
Followed
cool.
by MVP chants
Yeah.
from the crowd in Seattle, which you would be happy to know that was a main article on ESPN
That is fucking lit.
page.
I can't
about
even.
the fans chanting MVP and how like storybook that was. I do find it interesting though. So obviously Cal made history tying Ken Griffey at 33, which he did in 1998. Also
Mhm.
tying Sammy Sosa at 33 before July in 1998. And then he was only
Weird.
behind, they all are only behind Mark McGuire, who hit 37 before July in 1998.
Weird.
And Barry Bonds, who hit, how many did he hit? He hit more than that, but his
I think it was 39.
39, I think, or something. But Barry Bonds hit that in 2001. But I'm just looking at that list. So we have Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa. Like, aside from
They were all
juicing,
juiced up.
juiced up, in 1998,
Yeah, Cal Raleigh is not.
no, drug test my guy right now.
He was tested twice in June, and nope.
Yeah, because no shit, if you're
I-
cranking out homies like that,
We
with the
posted
Marine layer,
yeah,
might I add.
with the marine layer facts. I post a TikTok or a reel or what was it or something, and somebody commented and it was like about Cal Raleigh like being juiced up, and I was like,
There's been a lot of these like fake like
yeah.
tested positive for PED.
Yeah, and I literally screenshotted and I responded and I was like, don't play with me. You playing with a wrong bitch.
Don't clickbait Big Dumper.
No, because
Nothing.
I'm also Cal Raleigh's unemployed, unasked for PR spokesperson. So don't come for me.
He's an unproblematic king.
Yeah.
Like, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Anyways, obviously at the top of the list for AL MVP currently as we get into All-Star.
Aaron Judge, who?
Cal Raleigh is currently leading the American League in slugging percentage from both the right side of the plate at 763 and the left side at 600. He's a switch hitter.
Jesus hell. No, he is on
From one side and the other side.
a fucking tear.
No, but he's in the most average show. You look at him, he just looks like he's gonna go play a round of golf.
Totally.
His polo.
And I really I will never get tired of talking about how great of a year he's having.
It's because it's historic.
It's historic. It's actually insane what he's doing. Like a switch hitter, a catcher, and he is breaking all of these records, tying records, like doing the most. And this is literally the dream scenario. You sign your catcher to a long-term deal and then they just absolutely pop off.
Well, it's a dream for the Mariners. It's not a dream for Cal.
Totally. Yeah. Well, we got lucky on that. That's probably the one and only time the Mariners actually fleeced somebody.
No, we fleeced him because let me tell you, if Cal would have had this season and then his agent was saying, hey, Yeah,
I would love to see the Mariners pay.
Cal Raleigh might be playing for another team next year.
He absolutely would be somewhere else.
Yeah, 'cause
There's
we
no
only
way.
give that to Julio when he does good for 1 year.
There's absolutely no way that the Mariners would pay what he's worth.
God bless. I mean, and like Cal's the kind of guy, like he's not pinching pennies. He's probably still like, fuck yeah, this is a great amount of money.
I think he is just absolutely ecstatic and proud of himself for being in the league. I don't think little Cal Raleigh thought he would be big dumper in the fucking league and up for AL MVP. Like, I think he has a lot of gratitude.
Gratitude, lady. We're going to manifest this because while this episode comes out, All-Star voting will have been closed. So we're manifesting that this man will be your starting American League catcher. And it was also
Facts.
announced that he will be in the home run derby.
Oh my God, yeah.
Duh. Why did we forget that?
I don't know. Yeah. Good catch. Get it?
Get it?
Because you're a catcher. And he's a catcher? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Him and Acuna are the only ones I can think of that have been
I think Christian Yelich might be doing it again.
boring.
Cal was literally on the T-Mobile Park today doing a practice session with his dad.
Oh, he's also having his dad pitch to him.
Yeah, he was practicing today.
Yeah. That's fucking cute.
Yeah, for the home run.
Like, are you joking?
No, he's bless his heart. No, I'm already crying.
Where's he from again?
We're gonna watch party for that. I think like Cleveland or something. I don't know. His mom was at.
I feel like it's like,
It's East Coast somewhere.
yeah. This is gonna bother me.
Anyways, we love them. Mariners are currently still sitting at second place in the AL West behind the Houston Astros that have decided to just like absolutely skyrocket up to first place.
North Carolina.
Wins. Like that makes sense. That's so Kyle.
I know that I knew it was a Carolina, but I was like,
That's so Kyle Seager.
Oh, also we need help at third base. Does he want to come back and play? You know, talk about
Living on some ranch in North Carolina, living his best life.
yeah, but like let's talk about players unretiring.
Yeah.
Come on,
Baseball doesn't seem that crazy.
come on.
And yeah, we're behind the Houston Astros, so hopefully we could close that gap. I mean, they're like 6 games ahead. They're like blowing. The fact that they got to 50 wins already, I'm like, huh? Y'all need to go to space or do whatever.
They piss me off. No, yes, go to space,
SpaceX, take it up there.
please, and don't come back down. I'm so sick of the Houston Astros.
They're not even projected to do well at all, and then they like, now we're first. They're at 50 wins. I'm like,
Yeah, all of a sudden, MLB's there's like 5 teams that everyone is saying are actually contenders, and the Houston Astros were one of them.
no, the Seattle Mariners, obviously. Kyle Raleigh for MVP. There's nothing else that matters.
Facts.
Operation Get Cal to the All-Star game.
Yes,
He's in the All-Star game.
he's in it. If not, I will be.
I actually think people would boycott.
I would riot.
Yeah.
I would be at whatever MLB's front office is with a picket
Wherever that is, we'll buy a flight.
with the shirt on and a picket.
Duh. And a dump truck.
I will be driving the dump truck
Bulldoze it right there.
and just going beep, beep, beep all fucking day until they lose their minds and have to put them in.
No, literally. Okay. Love you guys.
XOXO.
Happy American birthday.
Oh, yeah, that little thing.
America.
America! Yeehaw, me, ma! Let's go get our star-spangled
Yes.
boots. Let's go get star-spangled hammered.
Yes. Absolutely.
That I can participate in.
You need to be here.
That I can participate in.
Love you guys.
XOXO. Shakers.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Yeah, shaking it again. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Yeah, shaking it.